He
Look at
looks
that.
so sick.
It looks so good.
Why bother when you can just hop out of pull out your MP5 with 330 bullets in your back pocket
Yeah.
and gun everybody down?
He's
Oh
man.
man.
Oh man.
That way that actually stays in the air after you can fucking take control. And you get fucking...
Possess him.
Wait. Hello everybody and welcome back to We Are Error episode 5. I am joined by Sam Gustin Game and I am joined by Gilcade. Yeah, upgraded from his old
Upgrade. Level 99.
Level. It's over 9,000.
In this week's episode, we are covering Ubisoft Forward. We are covering Devolver Digital's Expo. We're going to cover a couple extra games and news outlets like a big MCC update and a new game from the Left 4 Dead developers. So stay tuned for that to see what see how that turns out. Start off, Ubisoft Forward. Ubisoft had their big stream in which they showed everyone a bunch of games they're working on.
Ooh, some good ones.
Yeah, there's some good ones here, and we're going to start off with the one everyone was looking forward to, I think, Far Cry 6. We know Nathan wasn't.
Make new IPs.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't show the music, play the audio of the video because it does have copyright issues. So, unfortunately, that's how it's got to be. But
It does look really beautiful.
I really liked it. I know I've recently said cinematic trailers are worthless, but this was a good cinematic trailer. It tells you a lot about the character.
I haven't seen this, so it's all new for me.
So we can gather that the setting is in some Cuban. It's got a more Cuban setting, which is cool to see.
Yeah.
I think I speak for a lot of people. I really did not like the setting of Far Cry 5.
No, definitely not.
Evangelical America just doesn't really work all that great.
And 4.
I didn't in that case. This is a really cool sequence.
Look at the wrinkles.
For Sam, who hasn't seen it, and for anyone else, is he pulls the pin on this grenade and he's telling his son, is like, this grenade won't blow up as long as you hold it and put pressure on it. And he uses that as an analogy. And this is looking like a nice villain to set up. What's your thoughts on it, Nathan?
Yeah, I'm loving the look how realistic everything looks. I mean, we've come a long way, we know this, but just as a student, I've delved into it slightly with character creation, and I know how much goes into a character at probably PS1 level, maybe less. And just look at the wrinkles in the hands. That you've got the whole new hair technology. I think everything just looks so real.
Remember, it is a cinematic trailer, so this.
Yeah, I know that.
It will be in engine, so the engine's capable of this. Yeah. But like the model, these are probably high poly models.
Yeah, high poly. Yeah.
Not the low poly.
If you're playing this on PC, mate, you're gonna get the highest.
Yeah, you are.
You're gonna get that. You're gonna be able to pump this up to 8K if you've got the system for it and the monitors for it. You're gonna be able to see this. Probably, obviously, not as this looks right now, but it's gonna be somewhat close. It's gonna be something close to this.
This new villain that we're seeing here, he's very charismatic. Like, as he was talking, I was like fully captivated and listening to every word he said.
He looks so sick.
It looks so good.
Gustavo, the baddest man from fucking Breaking Bad. Ooh.
At this point, he's basically saying is like that you as a leader and the people in your country are much like this grenade, in which both you together are the basic parts needed to stop the grenade exploding. And he's telling this kid it's like his job to stop the country exploding, and that people will hate him regardless of what he does.
Yeah, of course.
So it's really captivating just listening to this guy. It's worth watching just for the audio alone. It sucks that we can't play the audio, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it happens.
I feel like if you've seen the way his mouth moves, I feel like it's done. There's too much gone into it.
They emphasize them up.
Yeah. But I guess that's
it's fine,
isn't it?
It's fine. I think I know what you're looking at. You're looking at the upper lip. It's not supposed to move, but it does move with the bottom lip. Like if the ball pushes into it, that's what you're looking at. It is like pretty much spot on.
I think for the last two Fallouts, I haven't wanted to play any of them, but Far Cry's. Sorry, Far Cry's. But this is actually because I think when actors are getting involved now with games, it's luring in people, not luring, it's attracting people to play these games that might not have had the notice that it previously had. So I think bringing him in is going to bring another audience to this series, and fingers crossed they do it well, because he's a good villain in Breaking Bad. He looks sick. He looks mean. The game looks nice. I'm probably gonna play it.
I want to point out like the attention to detail, even on this like splash screen, is if you look here, the color of this guy is like devil horns on the child.
Yeah.
I point out in a Reddit post. I thought I'd highlight that. Like, there's a lot of care and attention.
Oh, Chris, that's a good.
I really like that.
Yeah, I never even
and
thought.
Like how like these have really clean appearances and the background's all red.
Yeah.
It's there's a
color
lot
schemes.
Yeah, there's a lot of imagery you can really break into with this.
Break it down.
The developers have said that they are inspired by Cuban riots, I think it was, or protests. So it looks like we're taking a step back into the right direction for Far Cry. I'm gonna love this modern setting that they're doing. Because Far Cry has been very stagnant, in which it's like mostly natural scenery for like all of them. Even when it was in America, it would be good to get away from that a bit and get it in a city. Like, that's something I wanted to see, just being able to go through all these buildings and connect through them like a dying light.
Yeah.
As much as I hate, continuous games and the fact that no one ever dares do a new IPs, the one thing I want to see from this, because I'll be honest, out of all the Far Cries I've played, which is probably about 4 of them, 3 was the best one. And if they do the same thing with the main enemy, it's going to work and it's going to be really, really good. Like if they do the same sort of writing as they did in 3, and maybe 4. I want to say Vortex from 3 a little bit as well.
I don't think they will. I think they're taking a bold step in a new direction here.
I agree with that.
I want to see that. The Far Cry at this point is being like, it's synonymous with having a charismatic villain. Other than 5, we don't talk about 5. Vaas in 3, he was charismatic. A lot of people didn't like Pagan Min, but he was a pretty charismatic villain. Yeah. I think Pagan's main issue was that he came right after Vaas.
Yeah.
I think if he was a villain for 5, people would have loved him. But because he came after Vaas, people were wanting something exactly like Vaas, and it just wasn't to the same standard. But yeah, Far Cry having charismatic villains is really good to see. I'm loving the imagery. I'm loving the setting. I hope they continue with this kind of way and push it to a new element. We've seen a lot of developers do that. Maybe Ubisoft are willing to take that step forward with Far Cry.
Well, I think they have to do it. The last 2 games weren't hot specials, so I think this is a ballsy move, and they didn't need to do it really for this series.
Got any more points to say before we move on to Watch Dogs?
No,
I won't be buying it.
You won? Oh, I think I'm gonna try it. I will definitely try it.
Man.
I'm gonna hold off. I haven't bought a Far Cry game since 3.
Same.
But I'm really gonna look at buying this one, because my issue with 4 was the map was the same. My issue with 5 is that the map was the same. This one, the map looks to be different.
All the maps are the same.
They all look the same, but this it's so visually different.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna have.
I don't know. Maybe they should have had a name change, like when you start putting numbers like 6 on the end of a game.
So it's going far.
You know what I mean? Just rename it or something. Like when you get to 10.
This is coming from somebody who. 1 second, Nathan. What's your favorite Final Fantasy game again?
9.
Number 6.
9.
9. That doesn't make it worse.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 15. Come on.
15? Why is that worse?
Far Cry 15.
More numbers. But no, it's like I know I'm liking the change of scenery. I want to see like them just fully embrace this.
Yeah.
No. Let me just say something here. Do it in Roman numerals, which actually looks better. If they'd have done that with Far Cry, I wouldn't have said anything. But the fact that they're using actual numbers,
actual numeric numbers, yeah.
At least we can agree. It still looks like a Far Cry game.
We'll
get onto this later.
Noel's made a good point.
Looks like it's
Worms 6. No, Noel Edmonds has made a good point. Worms 6.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good game, though. Man. It's gonna be a good game.
I ain't able to get the chat up this week, so.
Oh no, it's alright.
Relay it back to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Watch Dogs Legion was also announced at Ubisoft. Was it announced or was it shown? I don't really know.
No, I think it was shown. It was shown. I think it was.
I just want to while we're showing this, I just want to say I believe you can get Watch Dogs 2. Is it for free now? On the Ubisoft store. I just want to.
Cool. Yeah, get onto
You have to be quick with it.
Yeah.
This is again another cinematic trailer, but we do have a follow-up 6 minutes of gameplay to go through and look at how that goes.
I don't like the way.
London.
Welcome to London.
Setting. I am
quite like
this.
that.
I like that.
Great setting for this.
Yes.
Is a great setting for this.
How well?
And I'm not just going to say this because I'm
no.
English, but like London, like in my eyes, the reason why London is a better setting for this in America is that London just makes more sense because of how it's laid out. Whereas America, most of the cities in America,
blocked. It's like a block.
Are very square and very thought out. Whereas London's very chaotic, and that really suits the style.
That's actually changed my opinion on this. Yeah.
Again, the London graffiti and street art is much more prevalent.
Yeah.
Which is nice to do. I really do prefer. We don't see games often come into London. Assassin's Creed Syndicate was the last one. Major game.
Forza Horizon, the latest Horizon game, did it in like the northern part of England, which I liked, and Pokemon also did like a UK sort of themed in the late.
Yeah, it's UK themed, but not UK, is it? Like this is straight London.
I don't know, man. I love it. Everything UK themed, mate. It's a must. You need to buy it. Support that.
I'm actually quite stoked for this now. It's in London.
Looking at it, it doesn't look like it's a there's a specific punk term for it. It's not cyberpunk, but it's like there's a street. There's a type of punk genre.
It's like
that's like this. It might be like
future punk.
I don't know what it is, but there's a specific punk.
It's cyberpunk style, so it's not London. Exactly. It's London. It's like the London urban scene, really, isn't it? Like you graffiti, you graph artists, and you like the music, and it's just like the culture down there is very, like I say, punky kind of anarchy type.
I think they had to they couldn't do it 1-for-1 with London.
Yeah,
because London is a very historic city and has a lot of it doesn't lend itself well to the hacking mechanic. However,
on the hacking mechanic,
it does lend itself much better to the new mechanic of taking over new people, because London's a very diverse city.
Noel says that you will be able to hack the Boris bikes.
That would be sick.
Hacking the Boris bikes and
you're getting chased by police on foot.
Yeah,
right? Some Boris bikes, they roll downhill. That's sick. This is looking like something. This is Hotline Miami HD.
What though? What's going on here?
I quite like the pub theme. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
It's definitely that you can tell that they're actually. It's not just saying this is London. This is like they've actually looked at it.
Yeah.
This looks more Assassin's Creed than fucking Assassin's Creed does. I'm just gonna say it. This is what Desmond's story arc would have been.
Innit?
It's like a little group meeting here of people.
I'm
that was a cinematic trailer. So we'll get onto the gameplay trailer now. Is investigate the threat to Parliament. Yes, they've done the research of remember the 5th of November.
Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
You're playing as Guy
Fawkes.
Fawkes.
Who's going to blow up Parliament and just investigate the threat to Parliament? So you are a vigilante in this game. Or maybe that's just a pathway you can go down. I don't really know. We can't really tell because of the audio again. And that'll be the last time I mention it, I promise. Sewer level though, nothing really. I really hope they get out the sewers at some point, or if they end up in like,
it might be just like their main passageway, possibly.
Yeah. If they end up in like the underground or like a what are they called? Crypts. That'd be really cool. Just
Crypts.
Going around a crypt. Yeah.
Yeah, crypt.
There's lots of them in. I can't remember their exact name. They're not called crypts, but like
yeah, I know
they are crypts. Locations.
You're saying crypt,
crypt,
like with a P.
Crypt.
Yeah, like crypt.
We're in London. There's no crypts and bloods here.
Only in my town.
But yeah, this is. I'm liking the visual style. I like though. I will say I like the use of colors.
It's
just get to the overground. I don't want to be underground anymore.
Like right that right.
I like it.
So
it's because I want to see how they've changed in the cyberpunk nature of the world. So I want to see the overground more. Because they say, "Oh, it's London," and we're highlighting that, and it's now like this is the underground. This is like a castle under the fucking ground.
Yeah.
It's not London, is it? It doesn't show what we're trying to highlight. But there's a bigger emphasis on stealth. Biggest emphasis on stealth by looks of things. Reach the House of Commons, bro. You might not be able to. You might be able to play as Boris. Not
a Boris skin. DLC.
You might be able to. I think that'd be really cool. They probably won't do it. That's probably another reason why it's set in the future, so you can't hack any like.
Yeah. People. Actual documents. Docking Boris through watchdogs.
Are we going to the surface?
Are we going to the surface?
Ooh, oh, this is this is the House of Commons. I was about to say this is a Victorian house, but no, this is the Commons.
It looks very inconspicuous.
If it's got a bigger emphasis on the stealth parts of the game, I think that works way better than having guns, because that forces you to use the hacking more. Speaking of hacking, this isn't hacking. This is just I guess like another part of your like Legion.
Mm-hmm. So do you think you're gonna?
Commons. That's cool.
Yeah, that is pretty sick.
He's got a gun. With 170 backup bullets.
100. My man's loaded.
I looked at the gun and I was like, oh right, maybe it's just like 5 bullets. No, it's 170 plus 17. I was hoping a stealth element would more emphasis on stealth would force the hacking more and make it more fun to do.
It also seems like the AIs are as stupid as ever.
But I do like that. They've changed the hacking from just pressing one button to now you can choose to do 3 different things with one thing. You don't have to just spark something. You can disarm it, or you can spark it and stuff like that. That's cool. But then again, it's just like, why bother when you can just pop out of cover, pull out your MP5 with 330 bullets in your back pocket, and gun everybody down. I don't know. Like we highlighted this last week in the podcast. I don't like how there's no change. It's not emphasizing the mechanic of hacking.
Yeah, it's
just like they've got the same game. They just put it in a different setting. Like nothing.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, let's show off our new game, guys. How do we make people hyped? I know, a defense and horde mode. That's gonna make people. Hyped.
We're
defending off infinite waves of enemies while you defuse some bombs in the House of Commons.
Oh, and now he pulls out an M5.
Non-lethal explosive? What do you mean non-lethal? Oh, yeah, it explodes fuse.
Right, so that trailer. Let's go back to that trailer. That trailer looks sick. The game looks sick through that trailer.
The world sounds like it's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Doesn't
But
actually
the gameplay...
If this has to be done in a GTA heist-like way, which you have to like actively build up to infiltrate the House of Commons, that would be good. I would like that if it's like a GTA heist mode kind of prep. That would be cool.
Any Rockstar developers listening?
I just really don't. It's not a game you can just shoot your way through. Like it's like we've seen enough of these cover-based shooters.
Yeah, that's boring. Stop making them. Make a new IP. How's that?
Imagine you could. That would be sick if you have to do it in like an organic way. But if it's just like, oh, here's your mission now. Go invade the House of Commons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. That was very good start, but then it fell flat on its face.
Yeah, that's quite sad because I was quite stoked for that. But that gameplay, man, they showed the wrong part of that game if they wanted to show it off.
Yeah, they did.
Anyway, moving on to something that will fully outrage people. Tom Clancy's Elite Squad trailer. Let's take a look. Oh, we got subtitles for this one. No, we don't. Actually, yes, we do. We're forced to have them.
The thing about Tom Clancy, all they do is add some extra words onto the end of Tom Clancy, and it's animated.
Clancy's Rainbow Six Fortnite.
To be honest, I might play this if it's free to play, which it should be. Because it'll be.
This is a spin-off from Siege. It looks like.
Yeah, I would say Siege.
I'm seeing like a fast-paced, Overwatchy sort of.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
I'm seeing, the only way I'm seeing Overwatch is like
is that Shield.
The co-op modes in Overwatch, where you PvE modes.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Is this looks like a Siege?
It does look like a Siege
spin-off.
spin-off.
I love the
I do.
I love it. It's
the low pot, like the quite squared, like very blocky shapes. Yeah, it looks nice.
Oh, boom.
Man, is that what people are getting mad at?
I think that's Sam Fisher.
It has to be. That looked too much like. So what?
This is like a crossover of this is like Avengers Ubisoft version.
All right.
We got like a crossover of all their big characters. I know this hasn't been getting received well. One guy writes here, I've never even played Splinter Cell, and this feels like a middle finger towards me. A lot of people were looking forward to seeing a Splinter Cell game, but this is a mobile game that just seems to have
put all the time into
Sam Fisher as a DLC character or something.
I don't know. If it's free to play, I'm going to check it out, man.
Yeah, I will 100%.
If it's free to play, there's no point in not checking them out. But another reason why is I believe that this is a mobile game.
Which again, I'm a mobile player. I quite like.
Yeah, I will try. I'll always try anything that's free.
You need games for when you do a poop.
When you do a poop, 10-15-minute games.
Yeah. I've on the Apple Store. It's an iOS, Android mobile game.
We may eventually see it come into the Switch, because I've noticed a lot of mobile stuff is coming to the Switch. I'd like, that's not definite, but I'd like to see it come to there.
We've got some more news here. Collect and upgrade your favorite characters from Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon, The Division, and Splinter Cell. And more on your mobile device. Command your best squads in a stunning and dynamic 5v5 battle.
Oh, is this going to be a MOBA spinner?
I don't know what that. It says command your best squads, which makes me think it's like a turn-based RTS, maybe XCOM style. But then they say 5v5. That makes me think it's no longer that. Well, we'll see. But then experience a thrilling campaign. There's a challenge other players in epic PvP and guild versus guild. So there's emphasis on guilds at least. Looks to be like a gacha kind of system.
Pre-register now and you get something that's sick.
You get an uncommon. An uncommon pistol. We see more here. This is what the game might look like. This looks like a
Overwatch.
Pay to play.
No, this looks like a gacha game in which it's like, if you don't know what a gacha game is, it's like those super rare games and stuff like that. Except for this is, you think Galaxy of Heroes, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Trainer. Yeah, this is looking like Ubisoft didn't know what to do with any of their IPs, so they had a bunch of people laying around and goes, do something, and they're like, oh, what would we? Oh, Avengers is cool. Avengers is cool. Let's do that.
Oh man.
People need to stop making MOBAs, and people need to start making more.
It might not be a MOBA. It might not be a
It's
MOBA.
going to be similar. It's going to be similar, isn't it?
It's a 5v5, so that may mean it's See, what we don't know what it is. It might mean when it says 5v5, it might mean you pick 5 characters against someone else's 5 characters.
Yeah, that's why I would
make sense. Or it could be like each person controls one. But I think it's probably like you pick 5 characters to control. I think you'll be a turn-based, top-down, isometric, XCOM kind of style.
This is like it's going to be free to play, and it's going to gobble your money up with skins and train your heroes faster.
And premium currencies.
Yes.
Premium currencies, 100%. Yeah.
If I had that money and them IPs, I'd create something that people spend stupid amounts of money on.
Stuff. Yeah, man.
It's a cash grab. Let's not hide it. But it could also be a passion project. Let's be honest. It's a cool concept. You know?
It's got potential.
Yeah. What if we mixed all the big characters from our IPs together in some kind of like XCOM hybrid game? Like that's a nice little concept. It's just I want to see this on something other than mobiles because I don't care about mobile gaming.
It's got its own revenue on it. Yeah, it's got its own like target of audience, and I'm a game.
I don't mind games like this, right? As long as you're honest about it and you're like, you state with your screenshots that this is going to be a money grabber, and from the screenshot I've seen to right now, I can tell you that it probably will be, especially coming out for mobile.
Yeah,
but they're honest about it, and that's
you can tell that it's going to be that kind of like a traditional mobile kind of online game, in the fact that it's only coming out for mobile. Like if it was something that didn't have all these mobile kind of things, like that screen there says it all. If you had that in a PC game, would not fly.
We're on 32 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, so we do need to move on. Now we're going into Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're going to just go straight into the gameplay trailer because there's no point doing the cinematic trailer. Everyone's seen that. This trailer, I've seen bits of it. There's a lot that I really love about it, and there's a lot that I really don't love about it.
Chris, I'm in the exact same boat, mate. Oh.
It's a mixed bag. One is, everyone here, I think, will agree with, why is it called Assassin's Creed?
Should just be called Vikings.
There's no verticality, there's no parkour.
Why? You know why? Because if they named it something else, they wouldn't get nearly as much money as they would. So they're just playing off.
At least with Odyssey and that, they had hidden blades and verticality and elements from the Assassin's Creed game. But it's like, this is 9th century England, which is a decent kind of like there's a potential in this kind of setting, but it's like, just call it something else. You could have made like a whole IP around like this kind of concept, Does it have to be Assassin's Creed?
Right. So this game, like you said, Chris, I feel like it should have just been nothing related to Assassin's Creed, because if it didn't have that title, I think everyone would be gassed for it. Like it'd be, but because when I actually watched this, the combat, it just feels too Assassin's Creed. Like it just.
What if you thought about it like this?
That's odd. I got a different feeling from the combat. I got Shadow of Mordor vibes.
Yeah, I feel like this they made this game, right, and they was going to make it a new IP, and then they realized they didn't have enough time to make a new Assassin's Creed that comes out once a year, so they were just like, right, well we'll kill two birds with one stone, and we'll just put the name on this, because to me this looks like Witcher. It doesn't look like a typical Assassin's Creed game.
It's very generic. like this is like you can look at this and go, I've seen that, I've seen that, I've seen that, I've seen that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of new stuff to it. I won't say them because it will spoil them when you see them. And I like Nathan, you haven't seen this yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
I want to see your just raw reaction to some of the like gameplay mechanics you see, because it's so cool now. Like developers aren't being limited in what they can do. There is full agency to the player now, and like tactics are being like most RPGs. You go back 10 years, the main tactic was spam attack, block when you need to. Now, there's so many new things you can do. There's so many new things you can do. It's insane without having like skills.
Yeah,
so in this, have you watched this trailer, Chris?
I've seen a bit of it at the end of.
Because I read a little bit of an article saying something about you can change your gender on the go.
Yes, you can change it on the go. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Like, yeah, I don't mind that at all. It's just,
but it's a case of you. It's like people might want to change midway through.
I can't. I would like it if it were like if it like tied in with the story a little bit. Maybe like you know how you had Altair and Ezio, two different stories in Revelations. I think it might be. Maybe if the stories intertwine, but you can change what happens in each other's thing, or is it the same person? Or like, I'm kind of
I wouldn't
thinking
like
how
people to play the other character.
I would like to.
In this case, it's like I don't think character customization should be something you do at the start of the game. You don't get to choose ever again.
Is this going to be a linear journey? Is this going to be your typical like linear journey with like the odd branch off side sort of thing to do? Like
there's
that guy's hopping about.
Building. There's a lot in this game. There is a lot in this game, and it looks like it's doing most of them very well. But like, I think character customization should be something you don't just get locked into, that you should be able to fluidly change.
So Noel just said that the NPC faces are very Creedy, and the player face is like kind of Skyrim mod, like a Skyrim mod.
Yeah,
this is what I love.
Like the very genetic, like you said. You know how you said that thing you see and you say, "Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that."
Yeah, I do like that.
Like.
Oh, that is good. That is nice.
What it looks to me like it's a proper full open world game, and like this is a way that you have to progress in the game. Is you have to go out raiding, and I love this mechanic. I really love this kind of mechanic of
raiding.
To like being able to just go out and raid.
That's probably what's
this kind of mechanic.
I think that's probably just because of where it's set and what you're playing as. I think he's gonna get me playing this game.
Ignore the axe twitching.
Oh, people have been hopping about. Look at that sail. That sail just teleported.
It's a work in progress.
A work in progress.
So yeah, this is like basically the only Assassin's Creed you will ever do in the game. They like castles are the only times you'll Assassin's Creed. You want Assassin's Creed in villages or anything like that. It's only really castles, which is upsetting.
I would have said
it makes no sense.
It's scouting
for realism, and then have you fucking looking through the eyes of anyone.
Oh yeah, true.
Guys, look at our super realistic Viking game. Also, what can you do in this game? You can call a boat out of nowhere with a horn and look through the eyes of an eagle.
I do think they'll have like the Assassin's Creed like feel to. Because surely you can't just be invading castles. There'll be villages and stuff you'll come across.
Yeah, there are villages, and villages are way more interesting to invade.
Yeah, I bet.
But this very much feels like Shadow War. You have to build up an army and stuff
yeah.
But that's fine. I love Shadow.
I quite liked it as well.
I loved Shadow of War before we got to the end game. So more of that is perfectly fine, and seeing that in like a Viking aesthetic is cool to see as well. But like, I don't know. The bow and arrows are really cool. How they use it in the game.
Noel just said as well. Seeing this and Chris, Noel just said, seeing this after playing Odyssey and Origins to 100%, this looks like a very new Creed for him.
Yeah, I would say it is. Again, as I was saying with Far Cry 6, is what.
Hello. Hello.
What I was saying with Far Cry 6 is that this gameplay trailer makes me think that they are actually trying something different with Far Cry 6, because we haven't seen this kind of like aesthetic at all in an Assassin's Creed game. And I know that we're constantly saying this isn't Assassin's Creed, but it is at the end of the day. This is an Assassin's Creed at the end of the day, and
yeah, very much so.
This feels very different. You know, this game really makes you feel like a Viking.
Yeah.
Sam doesn't understand that joke. Where that meme comes from.
What?
Just go to like any IGN review of like a superhero game, and you go to any review of a superhero game, and they'll go, makes you feel like Batman, makes you feel like Superman, makes you feel. Do it for the Iron Man VR game. Iron Man VR comes out. I guarantee you, every like mainstream review will makes you feel like Iron Man.
Oh,
it's awful.
I'm not gonna lie. I know that's probably a meme, but this actually does. It looks and makes you feel like a Viking. Look how fucking raw he is with that axe.
Yeah, the way that there's a green glow coming off your weapon makes me feel like a Viking. It looks like this
old Viking magic.
Playstyles.
Yes, old Viking magic.
Go on. Because like there's a lot of like playstyles you can go for. So like most games will limit you in like. Say Diablo, like they go, oh Diablo, look how many playstyles you go for. Can I equip 2 shields at once? No. Can you in this game? Yes. There's one point they show you in which the character's got a shield on each arm and he's just clubbing people.
That's sick. That is sick.
And it's that kind of agency to the player I love, which is what I talk about, is the stuff that they are putting in games now. Stuff we wanted to see so long ago, but we weren't able to.
Yeah,
just so much freedom in playstyle.
Oh, that's lovely.
If this doesn't show what I want it to show, I might have to go and get up another Assassin's Creed trailer just to see Nathan's reaction.
I do like the skill tree stuff as well. That's cool.
I like it.
The skill tree. I do like how the skill tree is done, where it's not just a case of here's the entire skill tree from the start. You have to actually play the game.
Yeah.
Skills. People have been saying for a long time now, what happened to just playing the game to get new stuff?
Yeah. Whereas you see it all there.
This is a really nice innovation because skill trees have been so long done. It's really nice to see something different be done.
Oh my god!
I wish they showed the rating.
That's sick.
I really wish they showed the rating. Because it looks like they're not showing like you can actually.
Like listen to me. Listen to me. Would a fucking Viking be this nimble? He's jumping on like wooden fucking.
Cheap.
Like.
Yeah. They're more like.
Be a brawler, man. Like.
Yeah.
Jumping about. Like, why did they do this?
Yeah.
It irritates me, man.
I get what you're saying, but. It is something like a case of the game is worse if you can't do this. This is a game design decision. Like the game is worse if you can't do this.
It is Assassin's Creed as well. They have to kind of implement that.
Full on Viking, then if we were going full on realism, it's like you whistle for your boat. I took the piss out of it, but you whistle for your boat and then you go wait like 10 minutes to come, and if you're too far away, the boat won't ever come, and sometimes you'll be close to your enemies and that will alert them. There are some gamey elements, which is fine. I think the nimbleness is a gamey element. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
AI looks to be really bad, though. AI does look to be fucking
It takes me out of the immersion. Like, as soon as a Viking, I've just slayed 10 people, right? I'm covered in blood, and then I'm jumping on signs. Like, it takes me out of the immersion of being a Viking, and that should be number one. Game design number 101, mate. Is what's your fucking game? What is it?
Yeah.
I know. I can keep it. I have a really good ability to suspend disbelief. So of course it's
like is a Viking climbing up? Like just if they'd just made it a new IP and made it whatever they wanted as their Assassin's Creed bullshit that they make every year, this would make more sense.
I think I would have been taken out more.
I
run to a wall to climb it, and then I can't climb it.
I agree with both of you on that one, because Nathan, I completely agree where you're coming from, because for me, I would want that burly fucking berserker, double axe wielding, just slaying him.
Yeah.
Double shields.
And not have double shields, and not having that mechanic, because I would feel more like a Viking. But I also think Chris has got a point where it adds not a gimmick, but it's a mechanic that they utilize for more immersive sightseeing and traversing up walls and stuff. I just think it's for an Assassin's Creed game, it's kind of has to be in their game. But like I said, if they made it a standalone and it wasn't like the Viking game that came out for the 360, that was a good game. It was buggy. It was a broken game, but you felt like
all I'm saying is
Viking.
A Viking has never ever been an assassin, and that's literally the title. That's all I'm gonna say. The title of this game is Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm.
In what world, in what fucking fantasy does a Viking sneak around stabbing people with the fucking gauntlet or whatever it is?
The thing is,
makes sense.
The people would they really want me to see this Far Cry 6 stuff. But no, Viking games, people want them, right? People do want Viking games, but they actually just translate to games really horribly.
It's the same with the pirate thing. When is a pirate? Were pirates assassins? Pirates never assassinated.
Nah, pirates are just fucking. I'm gonna invade you and kill you.
Same as Vikings. Man.
Yeah, innit? Quickly, Noel just said Assassin's Creed changed after Syndicate to this kind of style. Still Assassin's Creed, but it is different. This playstyle and skill interface looks exactly like Odyssey, but I will enjoy seeing the world. Just hoping the story's okay, which I think we all can agree on. Would feel bad. It would feel bad just cleaving through English pedestrian peasants armed with sticks. Which he has got a fair point. They have to utilize that story. I think they have to make something story driven as well as gameplay, because I like that really fast moving mechanic that he's got. He's like that green smoky dash. What he does.
So Sam, you wanted to see dual axes, so here you've got dual axes.
Yes.
Yeah, man, this is sick.
Not quite the Beyblade strategy.
Just spinning around.
Oh
man.
That way that axe just stays in the air after. But yeah, here we're seeing some of the raiding action, which we talked about, very big Shadow of War vibes I'm getting off this.
Why is a load of Lee Sins attacking? Why is Lee Sin chasing you with his axe and a shield? Alright, Chris, you're getting invites from that today.
Yeah, but there's a difference. It's more of we're playing League of Legends because they're sick of playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Yeah, these deaths are nasty.
Yeah,
these deaths are
I'm liking how the death animations, executions are very quick. Rather than before, which games were forced you into a really long one. I like how you can take control into the different parts of the battle. You can pull the ram if you want. You could
look at all the bodies on screen as well. That is a lot of high quality models on screen at once. That's impressive, man.
I know it's something very little, but I would like to see more blood on the actual character.
That might be because they haven't been hit often, or it also might be because
no. I mean, just the splash effect from the other end,
more gore.
It might be because it's raining.
True. Yeah,
and it's also a work in progress, so I imagine that's not really high on the priorities.
Yeah.
We're getting this stuff like the skill tree. And
what is this? What is this poison? What is fucking spraying out of his mouth? Is he farting or something
It might be a thing for poison weapons.
He just killed Lee Sin.
I really hope they show it, but I don't think they're going to show it. So I'm just going to say it. So basically, there's one point of the trailer which I saw is the player pulls out a fire arrow, and he's raiding a small village. Pulls out a fire arrow, shoots it at the biggest built wooden hut, and sets the whole hut on fire, and then the entire village is on fire as you're playing. That is sick.
Yeah, that is sick.
You combine that with the stealth. You kill like, a couple guys, set the whole village on fire, call your guys in. That is sick.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I'm really enjoying the, just like how free gameplay is now. You can actually set wood on fire in games.
Yeah,
you couldn't do that at all previously.
I'm actually going to take it back when I said it feels like an Assassin's Creed, because this fighting style is a lot different to what I first saw.
They are trying something new. It's not Assassin's Creed anymore, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing, right? Because Assassin's Creed, people were getting a bit bored of it. This looks like it's combining elements from be better at the game.
Come on.
There we go. Those little environmental things, which is completely up to your choice whether you want them or not. So it's not Assassin's Creed, and people were bored of Assassin's Creed, so maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it is.
It seems to be borrowing the best things from a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
So for making its own innovations with the skill tree, so like they're taking the raiding from Shadow of War, they're taking the combat from like a Witcher maybe. They're taking a lot of inspiration from a lot of different areas, throwing their own stuff on top, and making what is essentially a brand new game.
Yeah, I think it's going to draw in a lot of new people as well.
I haven't wanted to play an Assassin's Creed game till now.
Same.
I played Assassin's Creed 2, didn't really like the follow-ups after that. This makes me want to play Assassin's Creed. And for that regards, this is a very successful launch.
Yeah. Noel also says Odyssey has the exact same fighting style. Is Odyssey the Roman one?
I believe so.
Trying to think of what the
Origins is the Egyptian one, isn't it?
Yeah, Origins.
Just to let you know, we're on 52 now, so.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we do have to move on, because I'm pretty sure we could sing the praises of this trailer for ages, because it's a really, really good trailer. But we have to talk about the next company that had its situation. It's getting a lot of trailers. Devolver Digital. Now,
Devolver Digital.
Bit of background on them. The biggest indie game publisher there is. I think they're undisputed in terms of just like publishing indie games. No one does it like they do. Microsoft might be the closest after them, but they're miles behind. And we're going to look at the first game they've shown, and this is Nathan's pick, Blightbound. It's like a side-scrolling 4-player beat 'em up.
Ooh, Nathan, we're playing this.
So if you want to take the lead on this one, Nathan?
Mate, I cannot wait to play this game with you guys.
Is it Nintendo?
If it's not going to be...
It's Nintendo, I can't play it.
Yeah, but like, there's going to be a day where you buy a Switch, mate. There has to be. It's going to be a day where you spend your money.
I win one in a game.io that I enter.
No,
that's keyboard and mouse. Bottom left.
In the bottom left.
I'm guessing it will come to most consoles.
Platforms, yeah.
This is giving me a lot of vibes, and I'm loving them all.
I'm loving them all.
It reminds me of the Darkest Dungeon, like the super hardcore roguelike. I cannot wait to just look how fucking awesome it looks. Like for me,
them VFX are nice.
Oh yeah.
You can tell me if you're getting this vibe as well. Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yes.
Are you getting that kind of like feel?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
It's weird. I don't know why we're getting that feel, because it's like this has not got anywhere near the same combat or art style or anything.
I feel like I'm hoping it's going to be really in depth with the character, customization in terms of not only looking different, but building your character as you want,
Yeah.
Just look at it. Oh, the fact that I just love the 2D.
I think it's the spells, maybe that's good. And it's the VFX.
Yeah.
VFX are giving me they're very much Divinity Original Sin 2-esque. I'm loving this. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This boss fight also gives me a lot of...
It said it did. I just saw phase 1, so bosses are going to have phases, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
which is good. Like,
there's a lot of potential. Lot of potential here. Because we haven't seen a side-scrolling beat 'em up dungeon crawler in quite a long time. Excluding Trine, I can't think of one.
we know, like,
look at that map. That map looks nice.
There's going to be a lot of people that are going to, oh, it's another dungeon crawler. There's literally a billion on the market that are good, and some are good and some are shit. But this, I don't know, something different. I don't know if it's the 2D.
I think it's a sense of cohesion. I think it's a sense of cohesion. Everything's very fluid. Like if you just look at any part, nothing, like all the effects are big and flashy. They're not distracting. I don't think I would lose myself playing this game. Like I would lose track of where my character is. Whereas that's a criticism of a lot of these.
That's what happens a lot of the time.
I'm loving that little sequence. I think that would be hilarious because Sam has a habit of failing at those kind of moments.
Fuck off, Chris.
13 times in one chapter of Resident Evil 6.
I don't even know what happened that night. It was a bad night.
There's a big shark and it ate him a whole bunch of times.
For anyone who doesn't know, these guys are probably more known for Enter the Gungeon and Exit the Gungeon.
They're known for everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, developers.
It's Devolver Digital. Like these guys are something special. Check them out.
I don't think they're the developers. I'm pretty sure they're just the publishers.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's Ronimo Games,
right.
which made Awesome Knots. If you don't know, Awesome Knots was this really big 2D MOBA. Yeah. It was a big 2D MOBA before MOBAs became a huge thing.
Now I know that. This makes a lot more sense.
Swords and Soldiers, they made that. That's recognizable. Yeah, they haven't made a lot, but the stuff they've made is a nice little thing. This looks like it could be their breakout game.
Yeah.
Look at what people have said. A lot of people are always going to say stuff like these not cutesy, but like these kind of art styles are more fun games. That voice is really familiar. I know this. This guy, I noticed this as well. He's got the same voice actors from Dota 2, so that's some big names in the industry right there.
Oh, that's kind of good, man.
Yeah, so they Devolver Digital are giving them a lot of space on this and a lot of ability to make what they want.
That's what good developers do. Sorry, publishers.
Yeah. So it's coming to early access July 29th.
July.
So we'll have a look at maybe getting our hands on this, because we don't know the thing. So collect over 20 unique heroes, ever expanding game with free updates, hundreds of unique items to loot. So it's already got more unique items to loot than fucking Anthem did on launch.
This is going to overtake Dungeon
Build
Defender.
your refuge atop the mountain.
Yeah, it will.
So there's like some kind of base building involved. Battle through 3 distinct lands, so that's probably going to increase as well, I imagine. But those lands look great. There's currently early access stream going on right now. If you want to watch that after the podcast has ended, of course.
Yeah.
Distinct class roles that reward team play and powerful ultimate abilities that charge from fulfilling your role.
I like that.
Interrupt enemies as the assassin, heal your eyes, and make sure. A lot of playability here. A lot of ability to play how you want to play.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did it say it just said online co-op? Did it say how many? Is it up to?
Any
they showed 3 people at once.
3 people at once, yeah.
But it's probably going to be 4 people because that's what these kind of games go for.
If there's any developers listed,
they have only ever listed 3 classes at once, so that's
3 keys.
So
puzzles, 3 keys. Monsters. Give me, please.
This looks like it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, nice.
I'm really looking forward to this. But now we've got to move on to the next game from Devolver Digital. It's a recurring game on this podcast. Carrion is getting a full release date for July the 23rd. We've talked about this before. Play as the alien in a space.
Chris, didn't you play this?
So fun. I've played through this. I've highlighted it. I think it was episode 2. No, episode 3. I think it was episode 3. I highlighted this.
It does look massively fun. Like Come on, look at it. Look at that. Oh,
all
ugly.
the pixel graphics.
Yeah.
I love the gore.
There's a lot of it's like the way you like the enemies people break down when you eat them. So it's like you can like you grab them and eat them and just have.
Mate, imagine.
It reminds me. It reminds me of a game called Inside. The same makers that did Limbo. It's very similar to that. You play as, I think, eventually the monster. Spoilers.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. You can fucking take control. How you get
possess him?
Wait. You're squished in. No, wait. You're controlling it.
Oh my.
I thought you were like squished inside. Oh, that's sick. Oh, I love this. And the chest burster. There's a lot of influence from like.
Oh yes, Nintendo Switch as well.
PC, Nintendo Switch. I love the fact that Devolver Digital has picked this game up and given it funding. Because originally this was a PC exclusive, but now it's Xbox One. Now it's Nintendo Switch. This game is sick. This game is sick.
Yeah,
I can't wait. My only drawback is single player only, but like I'm perfectly fine with that. Not every game needs multiplayer.
What we're gonna say? How much was it, Chris, when you bought it?
I haven't bought it yet, but it's 15 quid. I think on Steam. I can
Yeah.
And it's on GOG for all the people that don't like DMR. It's available on good old
Steam,
games as well.
GOG, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch. Made by, I think this is a brand new game studio.
Polish.
Polish game studio. I'm not sure if they.
No, it's just one. It's just one person.
There's no way.
I'm a Polish
game developer. There you go, mate. It's one guy.
See, this is why Devolver Digital is sick.
Yeah.
Like this guy. I saw this originally. I saw this originally on Reddit when like a really early screenshot, which everything was like simple squares, and it wasn't like this detailed pixel style. It was very simple. There's tons of games think of those Xbox Live Arcade pixel games.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like, it's very simple pixel style, and see it come to like from like that.
The thing is,
Chris, sick.
It makes me happy because as a person that's going into the industry, learning about the industry, I'm happy that these big companies are picking up these games that these one person made, or even a small team of 3 or 5. Like, it's so good that indies are given a chance. And when they do, look what they create. They create something absolutely brand new that no one has ever seen before.
So many people have tried the Be the Monster type of games, Evolve, for example. But like this has just taken that and gone and actually made it like Evolve. It's a single player Be the Monster game, but this is that bit single player Be the Monster game, and I'm loving this. Like,
I think it's a good take on being the monster, definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot here.
There's a lot to do with it.
There's very little to dislike, and I can say as a person who's actually played the demo sneak peek, this isn't lying. This is the demo sneak peek only has 2 abilities. It has dash, and one other can't quite remember, but like it only has those 2 abilities, and
I think it's just going to be.
It was still sick, There was no mind control. There was no chest bursting. There was no mechs. This game is. This is my pick of the year.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It is going to be a lot of fun to play, and it's got potential of like speedrun material as well. It looks.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of these as well. I can comment saying I can finally fulfill my dream of being an eldritch alien thingy in Valhalla to kill everything that moves. Thanks, Devolver. I feel like Devolver is trying to outdo themselves in publishing the weirdest indie games possible.
That's an angry bolognese.
But yeah, this sums up our thoughts on this game.
Yeah.
This is a really unique game. Looks awesome.
Yep.
Possession ability is my favorite thing. This looks like it's a whole lot of fun.
When there's no hope to just carry on.
No PlayStation release. But you know what? I'll say it's good to see. It's good to see the Xbox finally getting some fucking food.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. They need it.
Again, we do have to move on. We have been going for about an hour now, and we've got a few more things to go on about. But yeah, Carrion, watch out for it. It's gonna be sick. I've been following that game for ages. It's my pick of the year. But now, Shadow Warrior 3. Not gonna lie, not seen anything of Shadow Warrior 1 and 2.
Same.
It's not been my kind of games.
I've played both. And
yeah, but luckily Nathan and Sam here have, so they can take the lead in this one, and I'll sit back and react.
No, I haven't. I've never heard of this series, mate.
Right.
Well, you can join me, Sam.
The thing about this series is it's speed. It's about killing your opponents quick. You do it, zip zap zap, done. It's about blowing the heads off of them with absolutely stupid gun. Like, it's a ridiculous concept of a game when you think about it. When you look at that.
That's sick.
I played number 1. I remember this. This is
it feels
fighting like aliens or zombies.
It feels so fun. Every shot, you feel it. You feel every shot you shoot, every swing of the sword. And as you can see, the swinging thing around the enemies, like, I think that's a new thing that they've added,
lots of Doom inspiration here. Because I will say, I've played number 1. I've just checked. I have actually played the first one. I like that wacky weapon. But like,
just so many
my issue, the reason why I didn't like the first game was it felt too arcadey.
That is what it is. I think
but this is fully embracing its fucking stupid, wacky nature.
Yeah,
which is great to see.
Yeah,
there's a lot more weapon variety.
Look at that! Oh, you can like move the environment around.
You know what I said in Assassin's Creed about how it's sick that people are just allowed to play how they
look at
want. That. And now you can.
That's sick.
Pull on a fucking floor trap, bro. This is sick.
That's so good.
Honestly, this feels like we're going into a golden age of gaming.
2 was really fun. This one will be really fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm it's definitely Doom influence here.
That's what I got
enemies in shot, like the shotgun and
that shotgun. It looks quite a fun game.
It is fun. It's just the arcadey elements in the first one.
Yeah,
felt very shallow.
This looks very arcadey as well, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, it had very shallow gameplay.
Yeah. Well compared.
This one, there's a lot to it.
It looks really, that's sick. That enemy is sick.
Embracing a wackier tone.
Yeah.
I love that revolver.
It's very similar to Serious Sam.
This reminds me
of ridiculousness.
Yeah, ridiculousness.
And you can tell it's like, it's the devolver does both. Well,
yeah, I'm loving the sense of like just freedom of movement. You just shot the guy's arm, fucking punched his arm off,
used it,
took the fucking bone out, and then killed him with it.
What the fuck was that?
The best kill is the last one.
You mean the candy gun?
The candy gun?
He's just fucking spinning it. Yeah, this looks like it's a lot more fun than the first one.
I like the gore. Always a bit of gore. Love a bit of gore.
Yeah, because the first one,
there's probably a few picks from
the first one had very few weapons. Did it just have the sword?
No, I think you've always had like a revolver and a sword, I think.
Yeah, even then the revolver wasn't fun to use in the first game.
I can't remember the first one as much, but in the second one, I don't even think using the gun was as fun.
I'm hoping compared to the first one, because I haven't played the second one, but compared to the first one, I'm hoping the cutscenes and story have been dialed right back. This game isn't about that. This game is about grabbing a sword and fucking things up, and that looks like what it is. It looks fun.
100%.
You want to get it? It's if you want to pre-order it. It's coming to Steam, 2021 release date, so we're gonna have to wait a little while for it.
Mm-hmm.
Get it on your wish list.
Be worth the wait.
Yeah. I
can't put it on my wish list. I'm not logged in on web browser, but I will do. Is advice you want to support developers? Get their games on the wish list. It recommends them more.
Yes.
So if you see a game coming soon, put it on your wish list. If you want to help the developer out, it costs you nothing, and it could help a lot.
Oh, sick! I didn't know
that.
Yeah. It promotes them. But yeah, so some comments here. Holy shit, I did not expect this jump in quality. This looks incredible. This is some tasty graphics and a good amount of red fluids, as Sam had kind of said.
Oh, love the red
more
fluids.
Shadow Warrior with FWHs, which is the development studio Flying Wild Hog. Crazy, fun gameplay, humor, and massive wang. What's not to like? Number 3 is an instant buy through Steam. Looks more linear, not in a bad way. I'm saying linear like a single player game, which works well with Shadow Warrior, which I would say. Shadow Warrior 1 had the issue of deciding to try and make very open levels, which just did not suit the gameplay. No. They've definitely looked like they've learned from what they've made.
It's about compacting everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, if you want to find fun, unique little experiences, Devolver Digital, just go into any of their games. You'll find most of them there.
I'll be honest.
Very, very, they're very. They. Let me just finish my point and then I'll hand it over. But it's like,
of course,
Flying Wild Hog. They just made Shadow Warrior, so like they've had time to refine this, and it's very, very polished, very well developed.
Yeah,
lots there to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what I was going to say is, one day we get a game that's out there. I would absolutely love for Devolver Digital to be part of that. I respect them.
All if you're watching. I'm very content to just watch these games because this is sick. Like the stuff they're doing. Like, if we want to talk about hero, we should save this for a topic. I say this a lot, but I want to talk about this soon. Heroes and villains of the industry. That is a sick topic. I think.
That is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One of the heroes of the industry.
We're on an hour and 6. So...
Yeah, don't worry about following the time. I've got my stream recording time up in the
right, okay.
Moving on to the last game by Devolver Digital we are choosing to cover. It is Serious Sam 4.
Yeah, man.
Again, I didn't play any Serious Sams.
I've played all of them.
I played first two I played.
Look too much like Duke Nukem for my liking.
All I'm saying is, nothing. I want people screaming with no bomb heads or whatever, no heads with 2 bombs as arms. Like, I want that. Like, this game is.
Shit, they've got the Mankeepers from Doom. Oh, that's a Baron of Hell as well.
Oh, look how beautiful it looks.
It's always had that unique look, hasn't it?
It's a similar sort of game. It's just more westernized, like a westernized look.
This isn't westernized. This is Doomanized. That's
that Unreal Tournament.
No,
Unreal Tournament.
Shadow Warrior.
That's the the spider demons. Like, we've seen Mankeepus' spider demons and fucking Baron of Hell so far.
It's just fun to just shoot down everything in sight. And this game and Shadow Warrior 3.
That's a pinky.
Well, you can do it all.
That's a cyber demon. Is it like playing fucking Guess Who? What's the Doom?
Oh, look at that volcano in the background there. Oh, beautiful.
Anyway, right now I'll play it again. Oh, 1 second. Is that Stadia exclusive? Please say no.
No.
What did that say?
Wait 1 second. We'll go back because apparently something after Steam and Stadia. So no PlayStation, Xbox release announced yet. Here's a look at another enemy.
Bam.
That's
it's a berserker from Gears.
We'll go back through it this time. I won't take the piss out of every single enemy looking like a Doom character. I know. I'm watching it as a refresh memory. I have seen stuff about Serious Sam. A lot of people definitely has that unique style to it.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the other kind of first-person shooters that have come to the modern era, Serious Sam looks like the one that's most rooted back there. It's not as wildly different as Doom Eternal and and that lot. I don't know why I don't like the enemies. They look off. They look like
out of place.
Yeah, that's the word. Like I was about to say, it's like Doom's enemies. They feel like they should be there. These feel like you've just taken you've gotten like armor free and modded these enemies into it. Kind of.
I agree.
Like this castle environment, like I think we'll highlight it. Like, doesn't this just feel off to anyone else? Like this, this kind of castle looks kind of really crap.
It's 2 different art styles.
Yeah, it looks it.
You've got 2 different artists there, surely. Like, it looks completely different. I feel like they've put a lot more work into the environment that you normally would, and the models have suffered for that.
I think it's a case of this. I'm gonna get hate for saying this. This looks like an asset flip. This stone texture here. I'm not saying they've stolen it, but I'm saying it looks the exact same as an asset flip kind of game, where they get those clean textures. No work put to them. That looks like they've just taken a picture of some stones and went, jumped on. There's no grind. There's no dirt. You're shooting zombies and giant fucking pink brain demons with guns. Where's the?
There's no layering.
Yeah, it's like none of this is broken, and I'm shooting 2 automatic shotguns. There's no fallen trees. The walls are perfectly like this castle wall isn't degraded.
That's
at all.
not serious,
it's a
Sam.
giant green fireball coming out of the sky. I find it off-putting. I think it's this might be a game that's serving the fans rather than trying to get anyone there.
Yeah, it definitely is serving the fans, but that's what serious Sam is. It's outrageous, stupid. Look at that, there's a volcano, you're fighting a fucking hell demon.
Yeah, but it exacerbates my point.
What gun does he have in his hand?
So why are there fucking trees perfectly stood up? It doesn't make sense, and I don't like it for that.
I'm not gonna lie,
takes me out.
This scene here looks quite good. Like, if you look here, there's a tree on the left which is on fire. Yeah. It does look like this lava pit has destroyed some of the... Like, that might have just been one scene which is pretty... But here looks pretty... Looks like they've done a bit more work to it. It looks a bit more in place that you're fighting a hell demon in front of a volcano.
Yeah, I know. I think there's a lot of work to be done there. Which I think that's fine to say. It's coming out August.
The thing is, I've never heard.
This is a game for people that like Serious Sam. It's not a game for people that haven't ever gotten Serious Sam.
Noel just said, "Don't look at the stones. Just look at the zombies you're melting."
Yeah, but even then, I look at this and I go, "That looks like a." There was an old Xbox Live Arcade game that was like a Hunger Games for avatars. This looks like the map that. And if your game looks like an Xbox Live Arcade avatar game, you're doing something wrong.
Because our games don't even look like that.
This might be how they want it to be because that's Serious Sam, which is perfectly fine. It's not a game that's made for me, so I shouldn't be crying and complaining about it. Seeing about like what people say in here. Shadow Warrior 3 carrying a Serious Sam 4 must be my birthday. People liking the music. Shame we can't show it. It's the final boss. If the final boss is smaller than the one in Serious Sam 1, I will be very disappointed, son. It might just be me. Because this guy says never played a Serious Sam game before, but looks like that's going to change with this one. So it might just be me. But we'll see. I'm skeptical.
I'm probably not going to get it. But
it'll be cheap, man.
Well, it says £32.
That's not worth it at all.
31 quid, and then the deluxe edition's 40 quid.
You want to be spending £50 on this game. This game worth
15, 20 quid. I'd have probably tried it, but
it's not worth £31.
That I think that just might prove my point more. Though it's like this is for people that like Serious Sam,
yes.
You know, because no one's going to be very few people are going to look at that trailer and go, oh, you know what, I'll try getting into this game for 31 quid, you know. But other games this developer has made doesn't fill me with any hope because they've made Scum, and that game is its title. It's Scum. It should never have been made. Talos Principle though, so I don't know. But
yeah,
this was not a good game. So we'll see. Look through some of the screenshots.
Oh yeah, look how peng that looks. Just look at that.
What's Super Saiyan? What's Goku Super Saiyan God doing?
Running towards him.
There's fucking 4 of them.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh fuck
yeah!
With
Wolverine.
They're not fucking Wolverine. Look at this. The Wolverine, they got fucking claws.
that screenshot's so whack.
We're gonna skip this screenshot before Sam next
Hey, go back. That was
no.
That was the Oxys. That was the Oxys. Go back. Look at the top left. That's fucking Deoxys from Pokemon.
Let me just say one thing. Go to the next screenshot. Yeah, it just looks like they photoshopped everything in.
Yeah, Sam, remember when we played Earth Defense Force?
Yeah.
This looks like that. This would not be out of place in Earth Defense Force. Oh, fam, you're right. This does look like they photoshopped everything in. That's not a bad screenshot. It's just a shame that's not a gameplay screenshot. Yeah. I don't know. If it's intended, then it's serving its fans. If it's not intended, then
I don't even think the fans will be happy with the £31 price tag. If I'm honest with you.
We'll see. We'll see. It comes out in August, so
it's under devolver.
Yeah. We do need to move on. So we're done with the expos and the Ubisoft Forward. So we'll now get on to general game news.
If you're putting Lego in, don't end it.
No, we're going to start with this game called Back 4 Blood. Title might sound familiar. Might remind you of another game called Left 4 Dead, made by the same people. We've seen the concept art.
Yeah.
This is very much they've said in their own words. It's like Left 4 Dead style, but there's more to it, which is so good to see because it would be so refreshing to see more to it because you've had games like Vermintide.
Good games.
That have tried. Yeah, they're good games, but they didn't capture that magic because they don't do anything different. You know, they have their tank, they have their spitters, they have their smokers, their hunters. They don't have anything that's like not a 1-to-1 with a Left 4 Dead enemy. So it'll be good to see some new stuff. But let's see if we. This is the screenshot we've been given. So
it's given like a lot of Walking Dead vibes.
Yeah, it is a zombie game, so it should give some zombie game vibes to it, I would imagine. But like, this looks like right. So if I was to guess, looking at this, it's obviously set in America.
Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic. This is like a dilapidated fort, I would guess. That's possibly been overrun. Zoom in a bit. And I don't know. Levels look like they've gotten a good bit of fun.
Yeah.
A bit of structure to them, which is nice to see. Because Vermintide, was it Vermintide? I don't know. I can't remember the other game that off the top of my head. That's like, oh yeah, what was it? But Vermintide 2 tried to be a little more open with its level structure, which didn't really work in my opinion.
I think it needs to be a linear.
World War Z tried to be very objective based, which and not just survive. It was like go here, do this, and then go here, do that. Which I didn't like the whole but I much preferred the whole Left 4 Dead style of chapter 1, 2, 3, 4 finale.
Yeah.
So maybe this follows that same structure.
Do you think that it could be that you're building up like a sanctuary and you have to recruit people to come and work in the sanctuary and you're kind of building up like a...
It's a good concept.
Because that's what I'm getting from this. There's a big focus on the hope. And I just feel I'm getting like that kind of survive at all costs. Like it gets worse at night, you get more zombies coming to your place, bigger zombies, all this kind of shit.
Yeah. So I wanna highlight what the tweet says, and maybe I'll prove your point or make you think more differently or something. So this image was accompanied by the tweet: Getting to this 4th of July has been tough on us all. So we want to give you a sneak peek and a bit of hope. So this, that does kind of imply to me, at least, that this is more than just a level. It's it might be like a big level or recurring or something like that. It might be like a hub.
I think it'll be called Herb.
It might not be
dilapidated. That will be called Herb. And you'll
yeah, gold sticker and a trophy for participation.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, maybe it's not dilapidated as I thought originally. Maybe it's actually man.
So you fix it up.
Yeah, I think
Chris, it's going to be called Herb.
That's cool to see. I definitely I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to it.
I've wanted a Left 4 Dead style game
We need a zombie
for
game.
ages now that's actually
A good one.
does something new.
Mm-hmm.
Because Vermintide 2 and World War Z weren't those games. Maybe Total Rock Studios can reinvoke that magic that they made with Left 4 Dead 2 and bring us a true spiritual successor that is fun to play in all regards. I'm looking forward to this. They said they're working on a trailer, so maybe in the next few weeks or so we'll be able to talk.
Yeah,
about
I'm looking forward to that. Just by this concept, it looks like it's going to be quite something new, especially for zombie games. It looks like it's going to be something.
Definitely thinking
different.
about a lot of
more to
there's
it.
a lot of thought going into this again.
Yeah,
because you got these tracks and then they're blocking up with tires and then barbed wire.
The next tower defense game.
It won't be that.
After you're getting a bit ahead of yourself. But yeah, definitely think about this a lot, which is cool to see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Speaking of which, we're moving on to the next topic now. Talked about it last week. Halo MCC has lots of issues. They've clearly heard us, big influencers of the podcast, and decided to fix all of Halo MCC. Big update came out. Halo 3 added to the game. Big, done though. But they've gone further. Forge mode has been added. Not just a Halo Reach and Free like it was before, but you now have Forge mode on Halo 2 Anniversary. You get to make all your old favorite maps, but you get to make cool variants of them, which is cool to see because I know you guys will agree with me on this. Halo 2 had a lot of cool maps that were never ported over, and it would be cool to see them with new modes.
The multiplayer, there was a multiplayer map pack that had I don't know, might have had 12 maps on it, and them maps was something special, man. And I just hope that we can see more from them in terms of bringing old stuff. Because I know the Halo 2 Anniversary, it doesn't cover every single map. It only covers a handful.
Oh, what? Is it not got all the maps?
No, it doesn't have them.
But it's still got some maps that were never ported, I think.
Yeah, it's better than no.
What I want to point out here, though, Halo 3 and Reach, not Anniversary, have got bigger budgets and new objects to them. So it's not just a port of Forge mode; it's an update to Forge mode as well.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's not. It's like I think most developers in this situation would just brought Forge mode over and kept the same limitations you had, which were because of the hardware. Even though it doesn't make sense. For example, your very limited budget was only because of the hardware. Couldn't handle these massive maps. And now you see budget increase, so you can make bigger maps, new objects, possibly from 4 and 5, which I would like to see, because Halo 5, in my opinion, has the best Forge mode to it. Some of the stuff you can create on that is insane. So maybe you got some new tools from there. And I'm really interested to see what people do with Forge World, Sandbox, and Farmville all over again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still need to get MCC.
Yeah, but Season 2 has been added to the game.
Can I ask you a question? How does the vehicle skins work? Is it you give us money?
No idea. No payment.
It's unlockable.
The battle pass in this game is purely unlocks. It's your leveling up way. It's the way you level up in this game. It's your battle pass. So even though it's a new season, you can still buy stuff from the first battle pass. So if you wanted to quickly get that Grunt birthday party before you started getting stuff for the new one, you can do that. But what I like about this new battle pass that they didn't add is weapon skins and vehicle skins are now added to the game. So I saw it's I can get a purple shotgun.
I'm excited.
I can get helmets for Halo 1.
That's exciting.
They've very much upped it. The battle pass system got a lot of criticism at first, but this is a really good step in the right direction. Lots more customization. I hope they don't go too crazy. I don't want to see any rainbow guns, for example.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to see at least don't want to see everybody in the lobby with a rainbow gun. So I'm really, really happy with this new battle pass. I had a quick glance through it. It's a lot better. It's a good step in the right direction.
I totally agree.
Yeah, reset ranks in ranked mode, which is who cares? It's Halo. I know Sam cares.
Yeah, Yes.
Halo Reach and Halo 3's audio has been updated. So the thing to note is Halo 3 doesn't have remastered graphics. It does have remastered audio. So, it sounds better. Because one of my biggest issues with Halo 3 was that the sounds were a bit weak.
Yeah, compared to Halo 2 especially.
Yeah, like Halo 3 Battle Rifle, Halo 2 Battle Rifle. I know which one was more enjoyable to shoot. They've added a new skull to the game that you unlock by playing the game. As I said, there's no monetization inside this game. So you buy the game, you have the game. There's no way to pay extra.
Right.
New skull, the way you get this, you get the Acrophobia achievement, which is kill 343 drones, which are the flying enemies. I've already seen some people have found that the most optimal way to kill them is to go to Crow's Nest and just keep resetting the checkpoint.
That'll get
Dual wielded version has been added as a toggle for players who wish to disable the title from switching from primary fire weapon to your left hand dual wielding. So essentially, I know my issue was left click was to shoot your right gun, and right click was to shoot your left gun. It was confusing.
No.
But they still haven't fixed a big issue I mentioned last time in double binding. I can't bind my scroll wheel up and down to swap weapons. I can only bind down to swap my weapon.
That's shit.
Yeah, that still sucks. Reloading your weapons have been swapped, so now the keybinds are really stupid. So F is the default keybinds is F is to throw grenade, Q is to use to melee, left shift is to use your bubble shields and regenerators and stuff like that. C is to pick up a weapon for dual wield. R is to reload your right weapon, and I think I can't remember the button, but it was really stupid. It might be like X or something like that to reload your other weapon. So if you get this game, I still recommend go through all your controls, change them. Because the default controls are dead.
I'd play Halo with a pad, me. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, so there's another stuff they've added to this game. Challenge mode. So you've got dailies, weeklies, monthlies. That's a big thing. I love this. The fact that those have been added.
I do not like that at all.
All this comes with a 30 gigabyte update, I believe. So this takes this game nearly 100 gig.
Yeah.
Right. So on Xbox Game Pass and Microsoft Store owners, it's 20 gig update. Steam, it's a 17 gig update for all of them, and on Xbox, it's 23 gig. Let's go into that a bit. Why don't you like the dailies, monthlies, and weeklies?
I don't know. It's
a nice little cycle.
Yeah. I've never been like a grinder of dailies and weeklies. Only like
I haven't either. But I just enjoyed it.
Maybe Dungeon Defenders a little bit, but World of Warcraft is probably the only one I've got doing that, or RuneScape.
I think they're necessary just because now that they've got especially now that they've got a second battle pass, leveling up was very slow.
Yeah, it was.
Getting new stuff on your pass was really, really slow. Especially people that have leveled up a whole bunch now find it even harder to level up. And now they've got this whole new battle pass they want to put stuff into. They needed a second way for people to unlock stuff, which I think is cool. Right, Halo Combat Evolved Rocket Warthog. When was there a Rocket Warthog in Halo Combat Evolved?
Yeah, there's in Halo 1.
Yeah, there was. What shot like.
And then in Halo 2, they changed the Rocket Hog to be the
minigun.
Gauss cannon.
I didn't know it was in there.
Yes.
It's not in the campaign, I don't think, then.
Yeah, you had the Rocket Hog in the campaign. In 1.
I must be stupid. Because I've played through the Halo CE campaign so many times and never noticed it.
There might have always been like a choice of 2 and you've always chose the minigun one, or I might be just talking shit.
I think it might have been a multiplayer only. No. Oh, it might be an anniversary only. Other issues. So, I don't know. I'll say it was fun. I played a bit of Halo 3. It was the same old, which is perfectly acceptable. It ported over perfectly well. It was really fun to play. Good getting back into the game. The only issue is that the game music can overpower voices a little bit, so I would turn that down just a bit. So you
that's
Johnson and stuff.
That's Halo for you.
Yeah, but yeah, Halo MCC. We have a discussion last week, complaining, saying like there's a lot of issues with the game. It's good to see that they are actually taking that feedback on from the players and are actually making MCC as good of a port as they could, because this is the first time for them to do this, and it's cool to see developers listening to the fans. I'm just hoping that now the fans will reciprocate and pick the game up now that they're starting to work on it more, rather than what a lot of games end up happening, is which fans complain, stuff gets fixed, fans don't go back. Yeah, that was Halo MCC. It's looking good for the future of Halo on PC.
Shall we end it on Orcs Must Die, Chris?
Yeah, so none of us have actually seen this yet because it dropped about an hour before the podcast started. So we're all big fans of Dungeon Defenders, as you know, and Orcs Must Die is a very similar vein of game.
Yeah.
It's Orcs Must Die 3 that got announced. Many people were worried that Orcs Must Die had completely died after the failure that was Unchained. But no, it's good to see that it's back. And now we have
I'm really happy about it.
Yeah, it could be the next Dungeon Defenders for us.
It can't be. We'll get onto that later, Sam, but it's going to be, I guarantee you.
Yeah,
there's
it looks
two reasons. Actually, no, we'll get into it right now. So, issues right now. It looks to be that it's only going to be a 2-player game like the first one. Well, no, the second one. And the second issue, this is a Google Stadia exclusive.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know how much money they were offered by Google, but
they have been paid a lot of fucking money.
I hope it was worth it. Expect to see this on Steam for like 10p in the next, I don't know, couple of months.
Yeah. So Sam, have you ever seen not Dungeon Defenders, Orcs Must Die?
Yeah, I've seen the first two. I've never played them.
They're so fun.
They are fun. I prefer. I will say, Dungeon Defenders has the worst trap placement in all of these types of games.
Yeah, I liked how they snapped.
Sanctum,
I like how snapped into place. Then
Sanctum and Orcs Must Die have way better. They're just way better now. They go. There's no faffing around going, is this going to block them or not? It just works. It just works. Everything you see here just works.
Yeah, they haven't changed the mechanics. Guess why? Because it fucking works.
Yeah.
It just works.
I can't remember if those are new traps there, Nathan. Do you remember? Gravity wells.
The gravity wells, I think, are new, but the blunderbuss definitely is in the second one.
Yeah.
You can play as a dwarf, I believe. And he comes with that.
No, I think it's just on the main character. I'm pretty sure you can play as a sorceress and the War Mage.
Yeah, we're guaranteed to see new traps. As you can see, the VFX look a lot better.
It's good to see.
To keep up with, modern day stuff, and that's nice to see.
I love how the cursor twists.
As it reloads.
That's a nice little feedback.
Little touches like that, like, trust me, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, of course.
If this wave doesn't show anything new, I'll skip ahead a bit.
Shout out to Bafiki.
I'm going to skip ahead a bit here to try and catch anything new, like gravity lifts. That was new, wasn't it?
I'm sad that this game is Stadia only.
If it isn't new, it's the first time they've popped up like that. I think the game looks a lot more clean than the previous two, and that's saying a lot because the last two games, Orcs Must Die 1 and 2, looked very clean.
I do want to say though the UI looks sloppy. Like I don't know if this is final, but the UI really it looks like it's from the first one. Like I wish they'd have done a little bit more work with the
it has to be optimized.
Oh, what, the UI?
Yeah.
Because you've got beautiful VFX.
You've got beautiful VFX coming off your staff, and then your UI looks like fucking 2001.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like put a nice effect around it.
Very blocked, very blocky.
Coming up now, I'm pretty sure this is new. Like what we see here, and maybe not. These are in the upgrade section. So we get to see new weapons and traps. Confusion flower. I don't remember seeing that.
All the brimstone.
Brimstone definitely was in the previous ones.
Oh, is it? Oh.
I'm not sure about the dark spitter though. Was the dark spitter in the previous ones?
In the second one, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, confusion flower. That's new. I think the magic longbow is returning. But I can see over here on the left hand side, we see items, traps, weapons, trinkets. That's new. And
no,
heroes.
I think they had trinkets in the second one, and they work as like you press them on your hotkey and they just like do something, and then it goes on a cooldown.
Hopefully they change that
then. There's going to be a lot.
In my defense,
there's going to be a new stuff.
It has been a long time since I've played the second game. But yeah, heroes.
I recently played it. Yeah.
The reason why we think this is going to be 2-player only is because Optimus Die 2 was 2-player only, and when we checked the website, it did say the War Mage and the Sorceress. Doesn't say about any other characters, but there's a lot of potential for new characters.
I was going to say,
they had a lot of characters.
It just seemed like a game like
that. We're going to have to wait because it's going to Stadia, and none of us will pick that up using that.
Yeah. Fingers crossed it comes to Steam.
We've got to see some upgrades here, so you get increased reload speed, get unique upgrades, so you can either freeze your secondary will freeze enemies, it doesn't deal any damage or knockback, or it will increase the damage and explosion. So you
I think it's pretty cool.
CC and your DPS.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool how you upgrade your weapons to give them different abilities and stuff.
Yeah. I like the refund items thing as well at the top right, meaning you can play around with. Well, I speculate that you can play around with how you want to build your weapons, rather than it just being a locked thing, which can be boring if you build it wrong. It's nice to have a bit, play around with what you build.
YouTube's video search bar's a bit broken here, just showing the face of the War Mage. I'm just like, what? No, that's not the War Mage. So we got tar traps. Good to see them returning. They were a nice little trap I spammed the hell out of. And
slow
you just put a tar trap down and watched an enemy takes like 5 different arrow traps to the head.
Apart from them ones.
Them little bastards.
I want to see new stuff though. I need new stimulus.
VFX, beautiful.
I need new stimulus. I need this game to have a new flavor.
Yeah.
Like Dungeon Defenders 2 added new flavors to its formula, and Sanctum 2 added new flavors. I want to see new flavors from Optimus Die.
Why do I feel them placements for them spikes are useless on the wall?
No, it works. They just fire really quickly.
Oh, do they fire? Oh, right. I thought they were spikes.
Yeah, they fire then recharge.
Right.
Yeah, there's an arrow trap. You'll see it on the wall too, right there. When they walk past it.
Oh,
never mind.
It's not allowing it.
Oh, I pressed 0.
Here we go. can we end
instead of the right arrow?
Chris, can we end the show with just that?
Yeah.
It's a good thumbnail.
Yeah, so wait, Sam, you saw it there. The arrow.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they're a staple.
One thing, I just want to say one thing. I can see that they haven't done their level design. They're still fucked up. As a guy with OCD, sometimes there's not enough spaces on the walls, so you can't make it equal. And I can see that they still haven't fixed that, and that is worrying for me because as a person with that problem, I struggle a lot playing this game when I can't play stuff where I want to.
Yeah.
I had that issue.
But we'll see.
Through.